This will serve as a review of some of the iLibrary databases that you have seen in the past. You can start at the high school's main page in the Media Center page under Databases and Tools, or you can go to www.ilibrary.org. I'm going to start at the Media Center's Databases and Tools page and click iLibrary. This is the landing page, which you're familiar with, and I'm going to put the databases in alphabetical order. Today I'm not going to go over history in context or world history in context, and if you'll pardon me while I scroll very quickly, so I hope you don't get dizzy. These databases, world history in context, US history in context, those are obvious databases for this particular project that you're going to be doing, and I know that you've seen those in the past. We've gone over them. If you have forgotten how to utilize those, please dive into them or come see me and we can look at them together. One I'm going to show you today though, so yes, please use those for this assignment, but we're going to scroll back up quickly, and again, sorry if you get dizzy, to something called Explora. And here we have in our list, which is a long list, Explora for educators for elementary, high school, middle. So we're going to go to Explora for high schools. And it took me right into the database. It did not ask me to log in with my library card. It will ask you. The reason it didn't ask me is because I've already visited this page today. So you only have to log in with your library card one time, and we've done that in the past. So make sure that you have your library card handy, or you can borrow a friend's. This is the landing page for the Explora database. Like other databases, you see main headings that you can explore. And you might think, well, she's going to show us the history tab. And actually, I'm not, because again, that's pretty obvious. You can dive into the history tab if you like. I recommend you do. But I want us to go over to the current issues, because we're going to be doing some searches on the sample topic Rosa Parks, because I know that Mr. Griffith has been using Rosa Parks as his example. And for this particular project you're doing for the paper, you might be making some connections between what has gone on through history and what is happening today. So we're going to try and find some connections in there. So I'm going to click on More, and it takes me to the landing page for current issues. And they've alphabetized, as you can see, the topics within this main heading. And I'm just going to go down to the R's, because in my mind, I'm thinking race, racial issues, okay, and yes, we have racial profiling and racism. So those are topics that I might consider in my research. But for now, I will just do a sample search on Rosa Parks. And before I go ahead and just hit search, I'm going to look at the suggestions that they have. And I see Rosa Parks hero, and I think that might tie into your theme. But you might want to know about her childhood, the specific situation at the Montgomery bus, the boycott. There might be, in her biography, obviously. So I'm just going to dive into this Rosa Parks hero, not really knowing what I'm going to find. So it's really important that I kind of examine these resources, and right now I'm looking at all of them: magazines, news, biographies, and reviews. I don't really need reviews. I'm going to add all of these. So I've eliminated reviews. And I see, let's see here, Rosa Parks' American Hero. It's a cover story, which has my attention, but this also has my attention. It says Weekly Reader News. And as someone who's done a lot of research, and I've been looking through a lot of publications, I seem to remember Weekly Reader as something that I used in elementary school. So I don't think that would be something that I would want to utilize for this particular project. I'm not sure, and if you're not sure, then always just go ahead and check. So I'm just going to click on the PDF, and yes, while this might be some good information, it's not in-depth, and I know that we want depth as well as breadth in our research. So, you could skim through this, but I don't think it's what I would be looking for. Here we have another cover story, and it's from Time. So that might be an interesting one. Here's another from Time, and it tells me it's a article features quotations from civil rights hero Rosa Parks, and comment on how she felt that day. So there are a few things in here that do have my attention that might give me a current spin on a historical figure. So that is the database I wanted you to see, and when you click on, it looks just like many of the other EBSCO type products that we've used, only this one again is called Explora. And let's say we've looked through this, we've read through it, we found value in the source, we're going to pull some information or some ideas, and therefore we want to make a note of our source, the citation. We have it right here, but if I want it officially, I can go over to the Cite tab and click on Cite, and here it is already formatted the way I would need it formatted, and I would get it from the beginning all the way to the end punctuation, and I would copy that and paste it into my Noodle Tools document that I would be using for my annotated bibliography. So we won't cover that in this video. I just wanted you to see the Explora database. I wanted you to be reminded of the two that I think are kind of no-brainers. The history databases make total sense. You can also dive into a biography database. That might be something that you find valuable if you're going to be focusing on a person. The Biography Resource or Biography Reference Center and Biography in Context is probably my favorite biography one. So the list here is long. There are some new additions, but I think you could start with those. And then if you have questions or you're not finding what you need, by all means, please come and I will help you find some resources that will help you become successful on this project.